balance work with being a mom and all of that. And
It is scary, isn't it? It's scary.
So I want advice from you. How do you set intentions to really focus on being balanced and having it all, and then but not over-promising yourself and making it such a huge deal?
Well, that's a loaded question. That's so many things. I think that you have to remember that there's two people in this scenario, and I'm just talking about mommy and baby. There's two people. We are of each other, but we're not the same person. To honor her and respect my child, so that in turn she will honor me and respect me as much as possible, fingers crossed. Of course, there's kids that want to challenge you, but my daughter is 3 3/4. She'll be 4 in July. And I'm at the place now where I can give her a little bit more responsibility and be like, Mom's gotta go work out. So she knows, Mom's gonna go work out. She now treasures working out the same way that I do, because I didn't make it something I wanted to ask for permission. It was, Mom's gonna go work out and get strong. And she's like, yeah, Mommy's gonna work out and get strong. So now it's like, her baby.
That's great. So your intention is more like to role model the different things that make you happy.
Absolutely. And it's not even like you want to teach them, it's just do it. Just be in your center and be exactly who you are. And she'll be like, God, this is the third time Mommy said she's going to go work out, and she comes back smiling and she's so happy. Then she'll ask questions and you can have those conversations.
So how would you define intention for people?
Oh my God, that's such a hard question. My intention is to always be balanced, which is hard. My intention is to always come from a place of love, which sometimes when they push you is hard. It's hard. Like I'm
saying that now. He just learned the word no.
Oh.
21 months.
Oh.
And I'm like,
no is a chapter, but there's so many chapters. There's no, there's the smiley chapter, which is really beautiful, like what, 4 months to like a year, and then there's the walking chapter. The no chapter is intense. The running chapter, running away from you, the not listening to you. The no chapter is hard because we want is a fine balance of empowering your child to be everything that they are, but you don't want them to be everything to you.
exactly. Oh my God.
It's a little tricky, and so I have a little black girl, and I want her to fly, I want her to spread her wings and be everything that this world has in store for her. But she's strong. She came out of my room, eyes open, like I'm here, and I was like, oh my God. And I love her. She's thinking, when it comes down to it, they're eyes.
I try to also though say to a certain level, he's also him. Like as much as my husband always want to be like, I think that's me, I think that's me. I'm like, but maybe it's just him.
Maybe it's just him. No, it's true. They are individual little people, and we're just helping nurture them from God, and then we're helping nurture them into responsible, conscious, loving adults who aren't going to see on the news doing stupid stuff, right? That's our goal.
Okay, one last question for you, because we have a lot of single mom entrepreneurs, and you can relate to that.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing for you to learn, and the one tip you would tell other single mom entrepreneurs?
Well, this is what I'm going to say to all moms. I am technically a single mom. However, that doesn't mean that the dad is not present. Her dad picks her up for school every single day. She's with him now. Who's the boss? Whether you're married or not, whether you're married or not, the mom still is going to do everything, right? Unless you delegate it to the husband or to the baby's father, the mom is still the centerpiece of mommy. And that's all, you have to just embrace that. Now, with that said, if you do not have a tribe of people to help you, it is mind-numbingly hard. I do not, look, women who are doing this by yourself, respect, it is no joke, because you literally have no off. You come home from work tired, you have to be there and be bright and open and conscious for your baby, and that's really, really hard. So, for single moms, I hope you go out there and get a tribe of friends that you trust, that love your baby, that become the aunties.
Yes.
Super, super important. None of us could do it without them. My daughter has 3 aunties that she loves that are just part of the work, part of our world. And she knows, and hopefully when she gets older, and I'm not ready for a cell phone or anything, but if she has problems with our dynamic, she can call an auntie. Like, you have to have, and that's how we used to raise kids back in the day. In primitive times, raised by a village, right?
It's almost like I hate her for that answer because that's the reason we're Lady Boss Mamas is to really create the choice. Because I just moved here and I didn't know anyone. So I was like, I have to find my people.
You have to find your people. And I've never felt more inside of a group than moms.
Exactly. We're like this tribe, but not even being a tribe. We just drink at each other. We're like, I got you.
Well, it's so funny if you're in a grocery store and somebody's kid, like my child was freaking out the other day. She just had a little meltdown in Trader Joe's, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not dealing with that right now because you gotta go like down. When they go up, you gotta bring it down, honey. And there was a couple of mommies. They start getting closer. We both just look, and they're like, "You're doing great." And you just, I have no idea who these women were. They're like, "You're doing great," and quietly, "You're doing great. Just keep doing it." And they walk away, and it's just, I get goosebumps thinking about it because it is such a tribal thing, and you have to, even women you don't know, be like, "Thank you, oh my God, pray for me," and you go back to going, "I'm not responding to that. I don't like you telling me your voice." She followed me for 3 aisles, and then I go, "What do you need?" "A huggy." All right, we hugged, and everything was fine. It was fine. Oh my God, ask them what they need. That's really important. Very nice to meet you. Thank you. Lady Boss.
Hey, Laura.
Hi, Molly. I'm so excited to talk to you about this recent event that I attended. It's by Scandalless Events. They have every year, they've had it for 5 years, this pre-Mother's Day brunch. They call themselves Scandalless because their whole model is to have less scandal and more support for other women. So it was a bunch of women, entrepreneurs, and just women supporting women, doing all sorts of amazing things. And one of the really cool things about me being there with Pick Sweet, we were sponsoring, of course, our lovely 3D ice pops, heart saying mom, was that I got to interview Tanika Ray from Extra. And that was just so much fun. She is such an authentic and genuine woman. And she's actually a single mama of a little girl. And we talked about that and just her whole definition of intention. And I really wanted to hear from you after you've had a chance to see the interview, what your thoughts were about how she defined intention and her view about being a single mom and a busy career woman at the same time.
So first of all, I mean, you did an amazing job. I loved watching you just step up and ask her if you could talk to her for a little bit. And, you know, you had your phone and you made what you had work, and it was amazing. So awesome for being able to talk to her, and, you know, such an influential person. And this theme this month has been so amazing. I love talking about intention and getting everybody's perspective on it. And what I noticed about, you know, what Tanika Ray was saying was really about balance and about this, like, especially as a single mom. And I'm experiencing this challenge, you know, now that I'm sharing my kids and co-parenting with my ex-husband, where the time that you have with your kids is so special, but then you also have this business and you have yourself to take care of. And so my interpretation of the way she answered the question was that intention for her was doing the best for herself so that she could also do the best for her child.
Yeah, I loved how she talked about like making fitness fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when she says now mommy's going to work out, eventually her daughter wants to join in on that too. So you're absolutely right, like taking care of herself and then being a good role model to show that balance is important and doing what you love.
Mm-hmm. And I think that helps us as, you know, moms in, you know, any family situation, that guilt that we feel like running our businesses and following our dreams, and your children are of course like a number one priority in your life. But at the same time, we don't really understand the value to them of being that role model and demonstrating what it looks like to have that balance and to care about yourself, and whether it's, you know, exercise or eating healthy or starting a company or whatever it is that you're showing them.
Yeah. So actually, you're right, because going into this month, I was really struggling with the word intention. And I've actually shifted a lot since what I was imagining in the first place and like my struggles. And now I'm actually convinced that intention is a super important word and it belongs on my wheel. I was wondering, how has it been for you, from the beginning of when we started out to now?
I mean, the beginning, I didn't really know what to say about it. I didn't have an answer. It was more like exploring the word with you. And I had to think about my own life and my own business and think how intention was playing with that, or had a role in that. And so I agree with you. There's been a huge shift this month for me, just that the word's been on my mind and I'm more mindful about how it affects my decisions and what it means to do something with intention. Or like if my intention is to teach my children love, then how am I modeling that for them? Or if my intention is to grow my business, then how am I coming from a place of like, love and doing good work, serving the world, right? Or serving women. So it's been a really great month to just reflect on all of that. Like if we could think back to our conversation when we first said what's intention, and then now as it's getting to the end of the month in the last interview, it seems to me that everybody starts intention as like this bigger idea. Like it usually to me is centered on something higher, like love or being good or having balance or something abstract.
Yep.
And then you start taking those actions and you don't necessarily know what the end is going to look like, but it's going to embody those original intentions.
Because sometimes people like worry, well, what if I don't know what my intentions are?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's also okay to not always know, and not let it like stop you or inhibit you from just moving forward. And just kind of, I think the other point is that it will come to you, like just do things, start things, try things, and then eventually it will click, it will kind of appear. So not to worry also if you don't have an intention in this moment for your career or for your personal life, like it's okay just to like let things come in as well. Just being open is important.
I think just being open to what it is, because in those moments that you don't know, it's like we're so busy, I don't have time, I can't sit down and really like think about my intention. It almost causes more stress, and then you have the opposite effect of what it's supposed to do. So yes, but being open to that it will come to you and it will start to click is then...
It's also kind of like it can shift so much day to day practically. So I kind of like, if I bring back one of our Lady Boss Mamas into this discussion, I don't know if you remember Catherine Cowan talking about what she journals, the 3 things that she does in her journal every day, that I am, I choose to be, I am grateful for. And that like can change daily, or it can even change in a second, So I think just writing things down can also sometimes help prompt. And like if you look back, you might say, wow, if I look back over the last 30 days of me writing those 3 things, there's a theme. And how do I feel about that theme? Or is that my intention or not, So we just have to be easy on ourselves and
Yes.
listen to our gut and be open to the things that come in, and to just realize that whatever we see ourselves doing, we need to be sure that that's actually what we intend.
And all these women we've talked to have beautiful intentions.
Yeah.
They all have such beautiful intentions, like Tanika Ray's intention to be balanced and show that to her daughter. That's so beautiful. And
yeah,
however she's working at that every day is a wonderful thing.
It kind of reminds me, one last thing before we end. There was this book we got in this event this last weekend by the founder of Poopery. You know this spray?
Yes.
And she actually tells a story, and the moral of the story was, there's actually more people out there that want to see you succeed than actually see you fall. But sometimes in our head, we have these thoughts that people are against us, or what if they don't help us? And we let all these fears, convolute us, you know, or distract us from the reality, which is most people want to do good. And she gave an example about the sprayer that is a very unique sprayer in her product. She can only get it from one place because she works with essential oils. And this place could not deliver on this big order that she had come in. And she even called, or he had emailed or called the CEO himself, and he said, sorry, I want to help you, but I can't. So she was at the end, she didn't know what she was going to do. She was almost in tears, and she decided to go and meditate. So she went and meditated on this, and then in the meditation, it came to her like a voice. It said, he said he would help you. Now all you got to do is show him that he can help you. Get on a plane and go meet with him. So she sends him an email and says, listen, you said you want to help me, and I believe you can. And if you still refuse me after seeing me face to face, that's fine, but I'm getting on a plane and coming to see you. And she received, on the way to the airport, she received a text from his assistant or whatever and said, don't get on the plane. He's actually traveling. He's not there, but he was so moved by your message that he has actually found a way to help you, and he's made all of his staff committed to helping make that solution come true for you. And they did. So it was just a really powerful, you know, story that I thought, wow.
I love that. I love that. And all that is done in like a non-grasping way, which I think is so important. That's something I've really learned, because I would have heard that story 5 years ago and thought I have to just like do anything I can to get what I want. When really it's a story about allowing someone else to come in and help you and serve you, and then you're also serving them. And, you know, it's not about just like grabbing at whatever you can. So I love that.
Yeah, it's a really powerful story. And also it went on to say that her customers, because now the orders were going to be late, and she had reached them and said, we'll refund your money if you're upset or whatever. And they all wrote back, no, we'll just wait. And they ordered more.
Oh, wow.
And so it was also the story of her customers are so loyal and want her to do good. So the whole thing was about doing good and just having the intention that people want, that like most people want to help you. So, you know, it was just beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's energy. When you set an intention, you're creating energy. And then when you take the actions that see that energy through, all amazing things happen.
Well, we have lots of great intentions for Lady Boss Mamas. And
yes.
I'm excited to see how those come true.
Me too.
Well, it was great catching up with you, Molly. And
me too, Laura.
You guys listening, and hopefully this story of intention inspires at least one of you out there.
Right.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.